Hello, everybody. Today I'm going to lead you through some mobility exercises for the hips. Hips can start to bother us when we're sitting too much, doing the same thing over and over again. So these are just a few exercises I like to do at home to loosen up the hips. All you're going to need is a couple of small blocks, or at least one small block, a couple of larger blocks for stability. If you don't have any blocks at home, you can always use some books in place of that. So if you have any of those, you can grab them. So you can do this video once through and then repeat it 3 times. Each side, I'll try and do at least 10 on each side so you can see what it looks like. And so if you want to grab your 2 large blocks, we'll start with that. And you're going to place them on either side of your body and come into a kneeling position. If your knees bother you at all, you could also grab a blanket if you're on a hard surface, if you did not grab a mat. So I'm going to come onto a blanket because I did not grab my mat. And I'm going to bring my knees hip-width distance apart. This is going to move you slowly back and forth out of a pose called shoelace. So you can have your blocks on the lower setting to medium setting to allow for space. And if you need more space, you can always bring them up to the higher setting. So from here, all you do is simply move your right leg forward in front of you like this, and then cross your knees over top and sink back all the way, or you can sink back part of the way, wherever your body takes you. Sit back up, switch legs, and do the other side. So you lift up, sit back, lift your knee back up, come back into tabletop. Knee comes up, cross your knees over, come back up into tabletop. And then you switch legs. So knees come up, sit back, come up into tabletop. If you don't like your blanket there, you can always move the blanket out of the way, crossing, and you're dragging your foot if you want to. If you can't lift your leg all the way up off the ground, we probably don't have that space there. So lifting up. It's just one way to loosen up the hips, getting into the side part of the glute. You can even do this at the end of the day. And I'm just going to do one more, and then I'm going to stop. Nice. And then just come out of it however you like. So again, you're simply, maybe a little bit of a better view here, so you can see my legs. I just bring my knees up, slide them around, sink down a little bit, come back up, bring that leg around, a leg comes up, sit back, come back up, and that's it. And then take and put your blocks off to the side. From here, you don't need any props necessarily right this second underneath you. Taking your small block, actually you do need a prop, haha. You need a block. You're going to come down onto your tummy. Hopefully you can see pretty good. And your block is going to come down by your hip. So wherever you can lift your knee up to is where you're going to go. So you're on a block here in your half frog pose. You can come down onto your forearms or lay onto your hands. And then from here, you're going to stay. Once you've seen me, you can come down and hold this shape. But for now, I'm going to come up so I can see you and you can see me. So you're going to rotate your leg up to the extent that it goes and bring it back down. You're not going to let it flop. You're going to slowly bring it up, slowly bring it down. That's 2. Rotating the hip internally, adding some movement, 4. Don't let the leg drop. You definitely want to keep your leg in control of your leg. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good. Put the leg down, release the leg, and then you'll switch to the other side. So I'm just going to flip over so that my leg is not unseeable. Come back down onto your tummy. You're going to take that block. It's going to be shorter side facing the body. Bring that knee up. You'll have to make an adjustment or two, I'm sure, to make sure that you're not floating off the block. So sitting up like this gives you less mobility in the leg. So coming down again onto your hands, just resting here, kind of let the body relax a little bit. And then when you're ready, you're going to internally rotate that hip. Now one side might argue a little bit more than the other. 2, 3, 4. Keeping in control of the leg as you bring it down. We're just not letting it drop. 6. And you also don't want to force it. So you just go to that range of motion that your body gives you. That was 10. And then gently coming back up. Perfect. So we're going to take your block, place it off to the side. We're going to do a movement called scorpion. Now again, you're going to just take this to your mobility level, where you're at, your comfort zone, taking your time. It's not something that you need to move very quickly with. So you're going to come back down onto your tummy. And this time your arms are going to come out to the side. I guess I'm going to be in the full screen here. Coming out to the side into a T, and your head is going to be pointing downwards. It doesn't matter what leg you take. You're going to slowly bend your left leg, because that's the leg I'm taking. Take your left leg, start to rotate your foot back behind you and roll onto your right side. And your head will pop up, you'll rotate onto your shoulder, other arm will pop up, and then slowly return back to the center, and then flipping to the other side. So you're just doing a rotation of the hips. It doesn't matter if your toe is pointed or not. And you're just going to move slowly, not forcing anything, and you're going to do 10 on each side. So if you're counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to 20, or you'll count 1, 1 on one side than the other. So this is number 3 for me. Number 3. And again, you'll just take this to wherever your bar takes you. So if you can't roll all the way over, you'll stop in the air and then come back down. So it doesn't matter if you make it all the way to the floor or not. You're really looking for your personal mobility, not taking it too far, or of course, not too narrow. And I think this is number 4. And you will probably move. So as I move out of screen, be aware that you'll probably start to sink a little bit downwards. And of course, me being liking yoga so much, I'm probably breathing in time with my movement. But if you're not, that's okay. You can just keep breathing. I definitely lost count. So I would float through this one more time on each side. So one more now. And of course, you want to keep your head down. I keep picking it up for some reason, and I don't know why. And then again, bringing everything back up off your mat. So again, you can pause in between each and repeat them 3 times each, or maybe you only want to repeat it twice. Definitely do 10 on each side, and then try it once, do it twice, and if you'd like to do it 3 times, you can, but I would definitely recommend at least twice each flow. From here, you're going to take the smaller of the 2 blocks, and you can take one of the big ones. It doesn't really matter. It depends on how you feel. So lots of times with the hips, you feel like you might need to stretch all the time. You're trying to stretch, and that frustration or the annoyance in the hips doesn't seem to go away. So building up strength in the hip flexors is also extremely beneficial. So from here, taking the smaller of the 2 blocks, you're just going to place it in front of you. You're going to have your feet a little bit on an angle so that they're a little bit open. You're going to place your hands behind your back. If you're feeling a little savvy and you want to do some core work, you can omit the hands and sit up as tall as you can. But if you want to make this a little easier for you, you just place your hands behind your back. And all you do is flex the foot, lift it up over your block, and then back over to the other side. So it's going to be a count of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Nice. And then you'll switch to the other side. So you're adducting the leg towards the center and then abducting it away. So we're getting the full side plus really working into the hip flexors. So again, you're just going to lift up, bring it down, lift it up and down. You can pause in the middle of each movement, or you can go as quickly as possible. The other option is if you're really feeling tightness in that hip and it's struggle, you can flex the quad, which is a helper to the hip flexor, and build that as well. And then when you're done, you just simply flow back to the other side. Now adding the bigger block, if you don't want to, you can also lift the height of the block, or you can practice by going a little higher and then a little higher. And again, hands behind your back, flex the foot, engage the quad, lifting it from the kneecap, and that also intensifies the stretch. It's a really good quad workout without having to bend the knee. So sometimes the mobility of the knee isn't quite there. And again, simply just floating over the block and up and around. And that's it. And then the last one, something that you might be familiar with from yoga class, is a 90-90 drill or deer pose. So you're simply going to bring your right leg in. So we'll be opposite of each other. Right leg in, and your left leg comes behind. You can be as far away, more of a 90-degree angle. It's not going to be perfect because we're not 90 degrees, or they can be slightly tucked in. And you might be popping off that left butt cheek. That's okay. Just sit back. You're not going to pop anything underneath because this is going to be a moving drill. So you're going to start out, you're going to place your hands behind your back. Again, if you want to work into the core and it's available to you, you can always lift the hands and do it without hands. So when you're ready, you just simply rotate the feet, so the knees are pointing up towards the sky, and then your knees fall over to the left, rotating and coming to sit back up. Now you are definitely going to move around, and you might need to play around with the feet so that they don't get too close together. Otherwise, that movement in between will not be available to you. So rotating, you can go as slowly as you need to. It does not need to be fast. If you want to pick up the pace at any time, you can. Rotating over and coming back. And then as your hips get a little looser, or maybe a little warmed up, or feel a little better, whichever, you can start to come forward. So coming back over to my right side, My hands will come over top of my legs and I'll start to do a forward fold. So I'm going to only bend until where my body takes me and then gently lift up. So again, coming over. One side might feel a little bit different, so just take it to where your body stops you. Pause for a breath and then work your way back up. So you're just going slow, warming up the hips, getting some movement there. Again, especially if you're getting ready to go out to do something or you've been sitting all day and you're feeling a little bit stiffer than you would like. So those are just some hip mobility drills that you can try out at home. Hopefully they are beneficial and helpful to you. And I will sign off now. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you for spending some time with me. Goodbye. Thank you for spending time with me today. Hopefully these mobility move exercises or drills are beneficial to you. And I'll see you next time.